What if I told you that all the characters' white special eyes, from Mihawk and Imu to Princess Shuri, Cavendish and even Lucky, may have the same origin? A short time ago, this sounded like a strange story, but after the latest manga chapters, many clues came together. These clues may explain the secret of these eyes. Today I want to talk about ice powers in the world of One Piece. I hope you enjoy this video. Before we start, please don't forget to like and subscribe. First, let's see how many kinds of special eyes exist in One Piece. The first type is double ring eyes, like Mihawk, Imu, Zonisha and Bilbo. The second type is two-colored eyes, like Princess Shuri and Sandman Meyer Gru. The third type is three eyes, like Pudding. And finally, we have Loki's special eyes. Before we talk about the powers of these eyes, we need to ask one question. Where did these eyes come from? I think the answer starts with Princess Shuri. In the latest manga chapters, we learned that Shuri is not the real daughter of King Lowen. She comes from one of the celestial dragon families called Manmeyer, and the people in this family have two-colored eyes. The story of Shuri's birth is very strange. A few months before King Lowen married Candle, a celestial dragon visited their country. Right after that visit, Lowen married Candle. I think we all understand why he married her. This might be one of the darkest stories in all of One Piece. But this story is not only about Shuri. Maybe it can also explain how other characters with special eyes were born and where their power came from. We have seen many times that the celestial dragons do anything they want. They do not care about normal people. We saw this in Shabondi. We also saw it in Genesis' story. This may mean that the celestial dragons have many children all around the world. Some of these children may not even know who their real parents are. And the first person that comes to my mind is Cavendish. You may think Cavendish has normal and beautiful eyes, that is true, but only before he turns into Hakuba. When Hakuba appears and Cavendish controlling him, Cavendish's eyes become double ring eyes just like Mihawk and Imu. His eyes color also change and become very similar to Princess Shuri's two-colored eyes. This is where things become interesting. We still do not know much about Hakuba. We do not even know where this power comes from. But maybe one of the celestial dragon families has this power, and Cavendish inherited it from them. There is another interesting point. Cavendish is not just a normal person. He is a prince. If we compare Shuri's story with Cavendish's story, maybe they have a similar past. There are also many similarities between Cavendish and Candle, both of them very popular and handsome. Cavendish comes from the kingdom of Bourgeois, a rich and noble country. Esperia is also a noble kingdom. If I were the world government and wanted to choose families for marriage, I would probably choose countries like this. There is one more similarity. Both Cavendish and Candle are swordsmen. Maybe this is not just a coincidence. Maybe swordsmanship is a special talent that helps people become members of the Holy Knights. It is also possible that the world government has been working on this for many years. Maybe they choose noble families on purpose so children with special powers are born. If those children awaken their eye powers, they are taken to Marijua and become Holy Knights. If this story is true, maybe this is also why the world government is interested in Loki. We know that Shuri and Shamrock asked Loki to join the Holy Knights. On the other hand, after the world government learned about Shuri's special eyes, it decided to attack the kingdom of Esperia. Now let's talk about Loki. Loki's eyes do not look like his parents' eyes. There is another strange clue. The fall of Esperia happened almost at the same time as the Great Winter in Elbaf. Both events happened a little less than 63 years ago. Even more interesting, Loki was also born exactly 63 years ago. Is this just a coincidence or are all these events connected? Astrid, Loki's mother, we seek for some time. This is very similar to what happened to Candle. Of course, we do not have any proof that Astrid had a relationship with a celestial dragon. Maybe a few months before she married Harald, she met one of the celestial dragons. Or maybe the world government is doing experiment on this woman, just like Sun Saturn did White Genie. If this story is true, then not only Loki, but many other characters may have been born in the same way, and one of the most important of them is Mihawk. Besides Imu and Mihawk, there are two other characters with double ring eyes, Zunisha and Bilbo. The interesting thing is that Zunisha, Bilbo and Imu are all connected to the White Century. This could be a very important clue. Maybe double ring eyes belong to a special race from the White Century. But the one big question appears. Why does Mihawk have the same eyes? We know that in the anime Mihawk eyes are yellow, but in the manga they are red and look very similar to Imu's eyes. I do not think this is just a coincidence. Maybe Mihawk was also born from a relationship between a celestial dragon and a noble family. There is even a chance that he belongs to the Nerona family. There is another clue. When Oda drew Mihawk as a child, we saw that he was always training. He did not seem to have an easy life. Maybe his family left Marijoa just like Doflamingo's family. Now if this story is true, the next question is, what are the powers of these special eyes? I think each type of eye has a different power. Let's start with Princess Shuri. In one manga panel, Brook says to Shuri, sometimes it feels like you can see the future. Maybe Shuri's eye power gives her a very advanced observations haki. It could even be stronger than the observation haki of Katakuri and Shanks. For Cavendish, we had already seen his eye power. When Hakuba appears, he becomes much faster, stronger, and his reactions become much better. For Loki, nothing has been confirmed yet, but there is one strange clue. Every time Loki was sad or angry, the weather in Elbaf changed. When he was upset with his mother, it started snowing. After Ida died, it snowed again. Maybe Loki's eye power lets him control the weather or create ice and snow. For Pudding, we already know that if she fully awakens her three-eyed tribe power, she can read the poneglyphs. But out of all these characters, Mihawk is still the biggest mystery. I think Mihawk has already awakened his eye power. Imu has probably done the same. But what does this awakened power do? My guess is that Mihawk's ice power greatly increases his haki. Maybe this is the reason why he can fight equally with Shanks, who probably has the strongest haki after Imu. Of course, everything I said in this video is only a theory based on manga clues. None of it has been officially confirmed yet. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.